Welcome back, everyone. We've got an absolutely fascinating explainer lined up for you today. We're jumping straight into a fantastic field report by Sia Tanaka, fresh from the floor of Hanover Mess 2026. And let me tell you, what Tanaka saw out there, it's a massive, game-changing leap forward. We're going to unpack exactly what he witnessed, and more importantly, what it means for the future of industry. Today, we're taking robotics out of the realm of science fiction and dropping it right into the immediate, pressing reality of today's boardrooms. Okay, let's take a quick look at our roadmap. We're starting on the front lines of robotics, then we'll get up close with a humanoid called Agile 1. After that, we'll uncover the hidden AI acceleration powering the whole thing. And finally, we'll tackle a really crucial business reality, the vendor lock-in trap. All right, Section 1, the front lines of robotics. Meet Agile robots. So, Tanaka's report zeroes in on Agile Robots. They're a Munich-based company born back in 2018 as a direct spin-off from the German Aerospace Center. So yeah, they're bringing some serious aerospace-grade engineering DNA into the industrial automation space. And they aren't just making one flashy robot to show off. They are offering a full-stack ecosystem. We're talking humanoids, collaborative cobots, traditional robotic arms, and AMRs, autonomous mobile robots. They cover the whole shebang. And their pitch is incredibly bold. They're telling buyers, hey, we provide hardware, electronic software, and solutions all in one stop. Think about what a huge deal that is for an IT buyer. Usually, bringing robots into a factory means untangling this messy web of multi-vendor contracts, right? You got one company for hardware, somebody else for integration, another for software. But Agile Robots is offering a single point of contact. Sounds like a dream, doesn't it? We'll keep that in the back of your mind because we're definitely going to come back to the real-world implications of that convenience a bit later. Moving right along to Section 2, Meet Agile 1, where science fiction literally becomes reality. Let's talk specs, because the Agile 1 is just wild. It boasts a staggering 71 degrees of freedom across its body. To put that into perspective, your arm and wrist, they only use about 7. The hands on this robot alone have 21 degrees of freedom per hand. It weighs in at around 69 kilograms, so about the weight of an average adult, and it can confidently carry a 20-kilogram payload. But the muscles are only half the story. It's got an amazing sensor suite. 2D cameras for eyes, 3D time-of-flight sensors, and radar. Basically, this thing can grasp its surrounding environment completely in 3D while it works. The spatial awareness is just off the charts. And Tanaka actually witnessed a live demo that put all these specs to the test. He watched 2 of these humanoids seamlessly collaborating to assemble a smaller, miniature robot named Diana. Robot 1 picks up the main body, clicks it onto a base plate, and slides it over to a handover table. Right on cue, Robot 2 picks up that exact piece, packs it up, and dispatches it. Boom, finished package. And remember, this wasn't some pre-rendered marketing video. This was happening live, right in front of him. Now, Tanaka's got a really sharp eye, and he noticed that the demo wasn't, 100% flawless. At one point, one of the machines had a quick communication error, had to boot up, and it paused the whole process. But here's the thing. Tanaka realized this glitch wasn't a bad thing. Actually, it proves the exact opposite. It proves that real-time, complex, multi-robot coordination isn't just a polished lab theory anymore. It is a testable reality happening live on a chaotic, unpredictable trade show floor. That is a massive milestone. All right, on to Section 3, the AI acceleration, the hidden engine. You really have to appreciate the sheer speed of evolution happening right now. Look at this timeline. Tanaka was at AWS reInvent in December of 2025, right? He saw humanoid demos there and kind of set that as his baseline. Then, just a few short months later, in May 2026 at Hanover Messe, the fine motor skills and handover precision had just skyrocketed. It's an extraordinarily fast pace of development. Seriously, every time you blink, these machines can do something new. So what's driving this hyperspeed evolution? It's not like engineers are just inventing better motors overnight. It's the software. Specifically, it's powered by VLA. That stands for Vision Language Action Models, working alongside foundation models. These are AI systems that literally look at visual data, process plain language, and translate all of that directly into a physical movement. The AI gets smarter at reasoning and seeing, and instantly the robot gets more flexible and precise. I really want to highlight something the Agile Robots staff said here. They noted that AI algorithms can be integrated to detect hand positions and identify screw holes. They literally said the robot can just learn where a screw is supposed to go.
In fact, their existing robotic arms can already handle microscopic 1 millimeter screws using this tech, and the humanoids are catching up fast. It's crystal clear. AI and robotics are now completely inseparable. You just can't talk about one without the other anymore.
Okay, but this leads us to a really vital question. We've marveled at the hardware, we've seen the incredible AI, and we all remember that super appealing one-stop shop pitch from earlier, right? But what is the hidden cost of all that convenience? It is time for a serious business reality check.
Which brings us to our fourth and final section, the vendor lock-in trap.
So, Tanaka asked the staff a brilliant question. Could he take teaching data from a competitor's robot and just load it onto an agile robot? The answer was super revealing. Inside the agile ecosystem, everything is butter smooth. You get seamless app sharing, unified AI training, that one point of contact. But try a multi-vendor setup? Totally different story. Different robots have different kinematics. Basically, their physical joint structures just aren't the same. So a clean one-to-one data transfer? Near impossible. If your code relies on joint movements, you're pretty much rewriting it from scratch. And while coordinate-based code might kind of work, the AI models themselves usually require a total retraining for a new physical machine. The bottom line, the very thing that makes an end-to-end provider so powerful, structurally creates massive technical and financial brick walls if you ever try to switch to a competitor. Because of this, Tanaka lays out some absolutely crucial takeaways for IT buyers. Look, if you're making these purchasing decisions, you cannot afford to sit back. You've got to actively get out there and gather info from all the different makers. Match the robots exactly to what your factory floor actually needs. And most critically, design your IT architecture from day one to avoid ecosystem lock-in. You have to consciously make a tough choice. Do you lock yourself in for the sweet, immediate convenience of a one-stop shop? Or do you do the hard work of building a multi-vendor setup to protect your freedom down the road? You just can't blindly sign up for the easiest setup without knowing the long-term price tag. So as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a thought to chew on. The technology we're looking at is breathtaking. It's evolving in months, not years. But as these sci-fi machines literally walk onto your factory floor, how are you going to balance the thrill of cutting-edge robotics with the cold, hard strategic need for vendor independence? It's the ultimate question every forward-thinking business has to answer right now. Thank you so much for joining me to unpack this incredible report, and I cannot wait to explore more game-changing tech with you next time. Keep learning and always keep questioning.